Hi, everyone, and welcome to my Traveler's Notebook March monthly roundup. And here is my little notebook. This is from the Ellie Edwards Design Inc. website. I believe I got it in December with the December daily release. You can see that I'm a little bit behind, but I guess really there is no such thing as behind. So I'm going to start here with the March roundup page, and this comes with all of the Ellie Edwards Scrapbook by the Month kits. Going to do some stamping with some Tillamook ink and also with the stamp set that comes along with the physical kit. So that page is going to go right there to start me off. My plan for this piece of transparency is to make a pocket. So it's going to fold like this, and then it'll fold into the little book. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that as well. Some of the photos I'm going to be using, the first one is a collage that I created in Photoshop Elements, and it's 6 small photos, and they are going to be inside of that pocket. You can see here I used the label stickers, and I already stamped the date of each photo. Here's what I have left of those label stickers. There are 2 sheets that come with the kit. So that's kind of a fun way to document each photo and the date they were taken. And I think what I'm going to do is use this particular washi tape to attach this plastic acrylic piece or transparent piece, whatever you want to call it, to the book. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started with the month of March. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a piece of glass because I have a soft surface here and I need something a little harder for crisper images. So you'll see I chose the Just Happy stamp with the Tillamook ink, and I am just stamping it right in front of each small paragraph there. And that is very simple to do. You'll see that I then go ahead and kind of size up the page to make sure it's going to fit. And here is the piece of transparency. And I'm going to measure because I want to score this. I'm scoring it at 3 3/4 inches so that I can fold it, and that will be the base for my pocket. Then I go ahead and kind of see what I have to cut off in order to make sure it fits in there. And it looks like I'm going to be cutting it off so that it's at about 3 1/2. So again, this is just measuring, and sometimes I just eyeball things, but sometimes I pull the ruler out. Okay, so that's how that's going to fit into that pocket. I'm going to make a little, I guess, cutout here with my circle punch, and that will kind of let the person pull out the photo that's inside. Here's my washi tape, and you'll see that I'm putting it directly on the page in the Traveler's Notebook, lining that up, and I will fold it a couple times, close the book to make sure that it's okay. I'll then take another piece of washi tape on the back side. So this just kind of makes sure that it has a little more stability. You can see there that it folds out and in and out and in. And I'm going to use some score tape to close this up, and so that nothing falls out of the pocket. Because there's a design on this transparency, you cannot see the score tape. So I'll put these 2 photos back to back, and there you go. That's how that is going to fit in there. Just kind of checking to make sure that everything continues to close. I am filling this book to the brim. So I'll get out my March page, and I'll just kind of go through there and put down the adhesive, make sure it sticks, and once again make sure that it closes. And that's that. There you go. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I'm ready to move on to my next couple of pages. I'm happy with the way the first page turned out, and I think I might add a little bit more to it as we go along, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. This is what it looks like on the inside, and then I will fill these 2 pages and then these 2 pages as well. I'm thinking that I am going to kind of break my rules because I'm the one who makes the rules, so I can break them. And I'm going to put my photos sideways. So this is just something that I've never really done before. I've always kind of stuck with the same orientation, but I can do whatever I want, right? I could do anything. So I have those two longer photos, and then this one will go back to being the portrait orientation. I used the March 3 Things card, typed that one up already and ran it through my printer, the Remember card, and then the Ah Yeah card. And then this card, I am going to punch out these circles with little sentiments on them. So I'm kind of excited about doing that. And I have a whole bunch of the chipboard. This is all of the chipboard that came with the scrapbook by the month kit. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to use, but I have them here because I would like to use some of them. So let's get started with putting our photos inside of the book. This is my plan. There's the top page, and again, you see I turned it sideways, and there's the bottom page. And then in between those, I am going to put these two cards. So this card goes with the top set of photos, and then you're going to be able to flip that up and see the bottom card that goes with the bottom photo. I'll begin with the bottom photo. So let's get this photo in here. And as always, I print these in a 4x7 size, and they always need to be trimmed. So I don't mind doing that. I kind of try to line everything up the best that I can. I make a boo-boo here after I adhere this to the inside of the book, and I actually go ahead and put the adhesive on the wrong page. So I end up with 2 pages and I have to go ahead and re-adhere. So no big deal because I'll never use all of the pages in this book. So this is going to go in between my 2 photos. They need to be trimmed down because they are 4 inches tall and they do not fit into the traveler's notebook. But that's okay because I planned for that ahead of time. So here I experiment with some book tape, making a little flap to put these inside of the album. I wouldn't recommend doing this, to be honest with you. It was an experiment. I had some book tape from fixing some school books that I had, and it just, I don't know. I'm not a fan, so I probably would not do it again. But you'll see that I adhere these 2 pages together, piece of book tape on the top, turn it around, and put another piece of book tape so that it's not sticky, cut off the edges, and then that will kind of be what gets attached to the inside of the traveler's notebook. Using another piece of book tape, I will just adhere that in, make sure it closes, and then I use some scored tape to make sure the other side is held in place. Again, like I said, not a fan, but it was an experiment. So let's trim down that top photo and get that in there nice. Since the plastic pocket is on the back side, I cannot use my corner rounder, so I have to pull the photo up a little bit to round those corners. So there you have the top photo. These little circles I am punching out with a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. It does take off some of the color around those circles, but I was super careful and I left some of the color on the outside. Putting the dates on with the labels here, and then I have another circle for the bottom photo. And that'll go right on there. So these are just little blurbs. I also printed out a circle to put on this photo that goes inside the pocket. And there you have it. So I'm thinking that I'll put maybe a chipboard piece on there towards the end. My last page here is a full-size photo that I cut in half, and I will go ahead and adhere both of those to my pages. Didn't like the way this photo came out. I thought the color was a little bit too blue, but then I thought, you know what? I'm pretty good with this. 10 years from now, this whole photo might be brown from age. I'm not going to reprint it. I'm totally okay with it. So not a big deal. I'll know better next time, right? We live and we learn. I have to change the colors on my printer a little bit so that they're warmer and not as cool for my next time around. So once I get both of these on with all of my adhesive, I will go ahead and I will do the corner rounder there. And I have this card to put on top. And I was going to put it in a pocket, and then I decided that didn't need to happen, just more bulk that my little album does not need. one more circle from the card with the little circles on it, and then I decide I'm going to add some of those chipboard pieces as well. Adhering the circle down with regular rolling adhesive and using score tape for the chipboard pieces. So I really like the way that came out. Just Happy, the last chipboard piece that I go ahead and I put on there, and you can see that that is right on the opposite side of the circle. So there you have it. And here is the first page of March, and you see again I put Just Happy on there, completely opposite the side where the circle tag is. Here is the photo collage that is inside of the pocket, along with the March page that has the stamping on it. If you flip over, then you turn the book sideways. Remember, you can do you. You don't have to keep it the same orientation. With my two photos, my tag and my journaling card, flip up the journaling card, and there is the Ah Yeah card, along with another photo on the bottom and another circle tag on top of it. And then the last page, which is the winter scene with the March 3 Things card, 2 chipboard pieces, and the circle tag. Stay tuned for April, guys. I am going to fit April in this book. The boyfriend thinks that the book is way too chunky and there's no way I'm getting April in there. So he needs to know that's a challenge and I'm up for it. So April will be in this little book, and I hope you join me for my little adventure. Thanks so much for watching today. Please reach out if you have any questions, and have an awesome day.